राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी जना यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन नवराति रावणचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राम माधव कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधे राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की श्री श्री गौर निताय की श्रीनिवास पद्मावती बालाजी की श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. Once I had gone to Ujjain temple. I met His Holiness Bhaktichara Swami Maharaj and asked Maharaj, whether humility is a cultivable quality or it is inborn quality. Because we see some devotees are very humble and some devotees are not so humble. So, is it an inborn quality or a cultivable quality? Maharaj said, oh, it can be cultivated. Anybody can become humble. He said. Then he asked him how. So he then told this Akbar Birbal story. He said that once Birbal drew a line and told Akbar, ask any of our ministers to make this line small without erasing it. All ministers became angry. They had a heated argument. They said, what a foolish question it is. You draw a line and say you make it small without rubbing it. How can anybody do in this world? Akbar also felt the same. Birbal, why are you putting such a riddle? Okay, if you are confident, then you yourself prove it. Make this line small. Immediately Birbal took the chalk and put another longer line nearby and said, Badshah, now you see, this line has become small, he said. So Maharaj told the story. Maharaj said, when you understand God's greatness, then you understand your smallness. He said, initially, we only think, I am the only one present. I stands like Mount Everest. And after you come to Krishna consciousness, you learn I plus God. Arjuna plus Krishna. Because in the war, Arjuna is not fighting alone. So every one of us is a co-worker with God. So I plus God. And still we have a capital I plus God we have. Later on we have a small I plus God. And later on the small I also you forget. You only remember God. Finally, if anybody asks you, what are you planning about this? Ishwar ki ichha. Whatever. One comes to that point when one becomes a mature devotee. Ultimately it's God's will. It's not that he won't do anything. He will make his effort. But he is fully confident that without God's sanction, there is no success in life. Like our Prithu Maharaj is telling, Aham dandadaro raja prajanam niyojitaha. He's saying that I have been made the king of all of you praja. He's telling the praja people, the citizens, by the Lord's order. I am not a king on my own. Lord has put me in this post. And what is the meaning of that? Prabhupada says, even if you are qualified and competent to be a king, not that you will become a king, but if Lord desires that you should become the king, he can make you the king. For example, there are many boys competent to enter IIT, but they don't enter. You will see that. On the other hand, there may not be somebody so competent. If Krishna wants him to be an IIT, he will put him. You will see that. How many of you have seen many qualified people not able to come to the, top rungs of society? You have seen that? Even singers you have seen. I know singers, you know, there are people who sing very, very melodiously, whether men and women both, like Lata Mangeshkar and other people like that. But if God does not tick mark them, they cannot come to the top ranks. They may go to Bombay, meet cinema directors, they may sing in songs, pop music, and all that they do. It comes in TV here and there, one or two small things, but they never come to the top. Ultimately, it's in God's hand. God decides that he has to choose you, he will choose you. So the king Prithu is telling, I have been made the king by the Lord. So, and Lord is the one who posts the kings. Lord is the one who removes the kings. In this way, he said, I am a small person. So, in this way, when one understands God's greatness, then one understands one's smallness. In South India, there is one Kulashekara. Now, he wrote uh, very, very beautiful poems, one of which you all know very well, which is Kundamala Stotra, isn't it? Like that, in another poetry, he is writing, Oh Lord Krishna, you are my supreme chikitsak. Chikitsak means you are the greatest doctor. So you are such a wonderful chikitsak that just as a patient goes to the doctor, waits sometimes for even 3-4 hours also, and then goes inside and takes an injection. His friend may ask, Arey, what a foolish person. You are waiting for 3 hours to take injection. You go inside, he takes injection and puts you and gives you pain. Why do you go to that fellow? And you are going to that fellow again and again. For 1 week or 2 weeks, you may daily go and take injection. Why you do that? Because you know very well that the injection that the doctor is giving is for my ultimate good. When you're convinced, you will do that. And then your sickness goes away. So he is telling, Oh Lord Krishna, you are like that chikitsak, doctor. When I come to you, chanting of the holy name may be difficult for me. Rising early in the morning may be difficult for me. The process of devotion service, living amongst the devotees, and withstanding all kinds of differences in opinion, everything may be difficult for me. But I know that this is the best thing for me to do, because this is going to purify me. And you have brought me here and put me in this society and with devotees and everything, and processes you have given. These are all supremely purifying processes. So, in my heart, if I am fully convinced Krishna is my supreme well-wisher, Suridam Sarva Bhutana, then I will go to that supreme chikitsak. Krishna, please diagnose my malady, diagnose my faults and impurities, purify my heart, accept me as your devotee. So, this is a mood of a devotee which is humble attitude. So, when one has such a humility, then the behavior of the devotee will be appropriate. And one who is not humble, then the devotee will not be respectful. I'll just show you one verse. All of you repeat this verse. Abhisandaya yohimsam dambam matsaryam evava samrambhi bhinnadrig bhavam mayi kuryat satamasaha. So here he is telling, a person with this type of outlook, he is saying 5 bad qualities of a practicing devotee. Somebody is practicing devotee, he is not yet advanced devotee, but in his early stage of devotion service, he is practicing bhakti in tamoguna. He is saying, what are they? He is saying, himsa is a violent devotee, dambham is very proud devotee, is matsaryam is envious, Samrambi becomes angry for small, small things. Pinnadrig Bhavam is separatist vision. When all devotees are told to do one thing, they are doing it. This fellow will say, "No, I will not do it. I will do my own thing." Oh, Prabhu, all devotees are going on Harinam Sankirtan. No, I am going to do Shravanam now. He'll say, Prabhuji, all devotees are attending class. Huh? No, no, I have to do my assignments. Everybody will be like that and he will do his own thing. Separatist fellow. Huh? So, read this, one of you. As the mic.
Devotional service executed by a person who is envious, proud, violent, and angry, and who is a separatist, is considered to be in the mode of darkness.
A nice purport Prabhupada writes here, you will see. See, read this. To act.
To act under the
1 minute. I'll just give you. You can read from here, the spiritual master.
The spiritual master is the manifested representation of the Supreme Lord because he receives and presents the instructions of the Lord as they are by disciplic succession. It is described in Bhagavad Gita that the teachings therein should be received by disciplic succession. Otherwise,
There is adulteration.
there is adulteration. To act under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master with a motive to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead is pure devotional service. But if one has a motive for personal sense gratification, his devotional service is manifested differently.
This is the point. That means if you have come to this organization with the pure motive of pleasing Krishna and going back to Godhead, if that is your goal, then you behave respectfully, humbly, and tolerantly, patiently, with everyone you come across. But if somebody has brought some other motives, I want to become a popular devotee, or I want to bring so many people under my clutches, my control. Yeah. So Prabhupada was telling in one lecture recently, I heard Prabhupada says, everybody is allowed to marry if they want and then remain with the family peacefully. But a man want to catch another woman's hand. And similarly, when one becomes angry, you want to beat up another person. Or somebody becomes greedy for someone else's possession, you want to loot that person. So he says, catch, beat and loot, he says. What is this catch? Lust. Beat? Loot? So these are impure tendencies. If we have come with these impure tendencies into a spiritual organization, then this lust, anger, greed manifests our devotional service in a different way. It is not a proper devotional service. Yeah. Such a man may be.
Such a man may be violent, proud, envious, and angry, and his interests are separate from the Lord's. One who approaches the Supreme Lord to render devotional service, but who is proud of his personality, envious of others, or vengeful, is in the mode of anger. He thinks that he is the best devotee. Devotional service executed in this way is not pure. It is mixed and it is of the lowest grade. Tamsa. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur advises that a Vaishnava who is not of good character should be avoided.
Yeah. So in this way, he says that such a devotee's character is not proper. We can offer respect to the devotee, but we don't associate with such a devotee because we cannot keep company with such devotees because they don't have a proper standard of behavior. Then if you associate with somebody of that nature, then we also see that nature clinging to us also. That means when you are living in a society of devotees, respect all, associate with a few, reveal your mind in confidence to a very few, and take instruction from one, it is said. So we respect even an ant, then why won't we respect a devotee with some deficiencies? So what we should think in our mind is every devotee is like a moon. Moon has some black marks, correct? No, but that doesn't mean moon doesn't give light. Still, it gives light. Similarly, devotee with defects also is wonderful because they are practicing Krishna consciousness and preaching. We respect them for that. At the same time, uh, we become aware of different devotees' natures and deal with them very carefully. Like Yudhishthira Maharaj knew Duryodhana's mentality. He knew Vidura's mentality. He knew Bhishma's mindset. He knew that some people are favorable to Pandavas, some are unfavorable. He clearly knew that. But he was respectful to all, correct? No? He dealt with everybody carefully. Like when he knew Dhritarashtra's mentality also. When Dhritarashtra sent him to Varna with Lakshakra, he asked Bhima, why is uncle sending only us? Why is he not sending his sons? And Bhima and Arjuna said, we also don't know, but we are also suspicious, they said. So, and they asked, should we figure out more? And then Yudhishthira said, shh, no. He said that don't talk about it. Our situation is weak. Because we are only, we are fatherless children. We have come from the forest. We should not express any kind of displeasure. Let us go there and let us take help from Uncle Vidura. That means he defended himself, but he didn't attack the Kauravas. So this is called social awareness, we call it. Social awareness means you're able to understand the mindset of other people. Like what is Dhritarashtra's mindset, or what is, Duryodhana's mindset on one hand, and what is, Bhishma and Vidura's, their mindset on the other. So you are aware of the people around you. And then you also deal with them accordingly. Because otherwise, if actually you cannot do this unless you are aware of your own mindset, which is called self-awareness. So self-awareness and social awareness. Do you understand now? Sorry. See this? See, this fellow is, the bottom fellow is angry, and the middle fellow is depressed, and the top fellow seems to be happy, right? She is smiling. Right now? Isn't it? Huh? So, yeah, this is different mindset. Why? Because top fellow is self-aware. Self-aware means he's aware of his situation. So, unnecessarily he doesn't hurt himself. So, self-awareness means you know your mindset. What type of person am I? How many of you know your good side and bad side? We call it as a strength and weakness. Correct, no? That's what analysis we do, correct, yes. Strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. About your personality. So what can be done for an organization also, or for a project also, and you can also do for your individual also. Strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. So strengths are your good side, and the weakness are side to improve. And the opportunities in the world available for you, where you can connect your strengths to the opportunities. And the threats are the things in the environment. We do environmental scanning, we call it, and the world around us and the people around us. What are the possible threats, and how to work on improving our weakness so that the threats don't become threats for us. So, and that is, so self-awareness is knowing about yourself. Then right side you say are given self-management, correct, no? Then learn to manage, which means, for example, you are feeling something in your mind, you are feeling angry towards a devotee, but you don't speak immediately. That is called culture, correct, no? Culture means what? Somebody speaks something, brr, brr. You also say, kur, kur. You also retaliate back. That is not culture. Somebody is saying, brr, brr. Then you say, Prabhuji, I think you are upset. What causes you to be upset? Let me find out. How can I help you? Correct, no? Like, for example, our Rahuguna is becoming angry. Hey man, you are not carrying the palanquin properly. I can punish you like Yamaraj. Like that he spoke. And our Jadabharata very coolly said, my dear king, it seems that you are thinking you are master, I am servant. The next life, our positions may be reversed. I may be sitting at the top, you may be carrying me. In this world, no position is always permanent. Very coolly he spoke. Because you are calling me, he said, you're calling me a fat man. The soul is neither fat nor thin. I don't know what are you talking about. Immediately the king jumped out of the palanquin, fell at the feet and understood this is not ordinary person. That's called as a sthita prajna. Sthita prajna means a self-realized person. Even if people behave in provocative ways, he knows how to respond. Correct, no? So because he's self-aware and he knows how to manage his mind. He is not. He doesn't hurt himself with his own mind. Many of us actually, some people bolt the room door and then they go into the room like that. He will be crying like this. He told me like this or whatever. They hurt themselves. So self-aware people know that sukha dukkha manapaman come and go in this world. They don't take it seriously. They feel that maybe I must have spoken like this to somebody in the previous life. It's just coming back. Throw a ball on the wall, comes back. So let me just take it, no problem. And social competence means social awareness. And based on being aware of others' behavior, you should do what management? Relationship management. That's what relation. Then only you can have relationship. If you don't have social awareness, they say something, you also say something back, and the relationship is spoiled. Then, for example, Janmashtami we are conducting, and one person says, we should do this, another person says we should do that, and big fight, they formed groups and everything, and Janmashtami is over. Now they can't look at each other. And then is it successful? Is Janmashtami successful? Lord Krishna is upset. He's thinking that these fellows are celebrating my birthday and look at these guys, they can't see each other. What is the use of this big festival? They can't even talk to each other. They are having Cold War. Useless. Yeah, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, don't be disturbed in your mind, even in the threefold miseries. Then one is called as a man of steady mind, he says. Self-awareness, you see. If somebody is discouraging comments they are giving, or you have overwhelming schedule, in all these things one should do one's best and be. See, this fellow is lacking social awareness, see? Correct, no? Look at this picture. See, that person behind, what is he thinking? Anybody can say? The behind person? Look at his face. Huh? No, the behind, the other extreme. No, not confused, afraid. Hare, if this fellow is yelling at this fellow like this, tomorrow I may also get yelled. And that girl is, what is she doing that side behind the boss? Yeah. Hare is getting a good sauce today. Like this is laughing. And this fellow, boss, is closing the eyes and pointing fingers. He has no social awareness because he's publicly chastising, correct now? Now here is another example of leader with social awareness. He knows this subordinate has limitation, but just still is giving a pat on the back and telling him, please take some training, no problem. I'll put you through the training for a week and you will do wonderful. Don't worry. He's encouraging him. And this lady boss appears to be dangerous. This is another example of social unawareness. Yeah. So Krishna says, cultivate these qualities. If you are grateful, then you will be respectful. And you will also avoid unhealthy comparison. Like, for example, in one of the temples I was telling, hey, you guys are not chanting in the temple hall. You're going and chanting in your own room. So one devotee was telling that, Prabhuji, me and my boys, we leave the temple hall and go to chant in the room because in the temple room is dim. And also, the other devotees don't remain in the temple. If they are going, even senior devotees go to their rooms and chant. I said, those senior devotees whom you are talking about, somebody else has trained them. Correct? So that, and those who trained them may not be chanting in temple hall. But you were trained by me. So you should see my example. Have you ever seen me chanting in the room? Morning time? Where do I chant? Everybody knows my sitting place. In Kunjibari temple also, in NVCC also. If I am not found in the place, I am not in the campus. Everybody knows. If this fellow is not in the... Where did I learn this from? I learned it from my spiritual master. My Bombay also, my spiritual master used to sit in one place. If he is not in that place, he is not in town. Has gone out of station. He never changed his place. That's a standard place. So he taught us actually. He told that people should know that leader means you should be visible. You should be visible. Not that now you don't quote me other devotees example because they were not trained by me. You go to some temple, they may go away. Why are you quoting their example? The point is what? He's making unhealthy comparison, correct now? Why are you comparing with others? Don't blame others. You are trained by someone who is following it. So you follow his example. Correct now? Be grateful. So in this way you will see that when there is gratitude, there is respect. uh, and satisfaction is there, then there is respect. And then we have to cultivate gravity in speech. Because otherwise, what will happen when we are dealing with the different devotees? We have to learn to speak truthfully and avoid useless talk. Otherwise, what happens? We pass rumors, rumor mongering. Like, for example, when Satrajit saw that his brother went to the forest and Prasena, sitting on a horseback with the jewel, what do you call that? Shamandaka jewel, went to the forest. And then he died in the forest. So he suspected that maybe Krishna must have taken the jewel. So what he did? It said, Prayaha Krishnena Nihato Manigrivo Vanam Gataha. He says. And then it says, I think maybe Krishna must have gone to the forest and killed my brother and he must have stolen away my Shamandaka jewel. Prayaha. It said, Prayaha means what? Probably. Like that is said. And then it says, Karane, Karane, Ajapan Janaha. It says, from 1 year to another year, this rumor was passed by the different people. Is this rumor true? Huh? No. But that's what happens when you start talking uselessly, then you pass rumors, rumor mongering, you do prajalpa, then you blaspheme, then you find fault. So our tongue is like a snake, very dangerous it is. So one should control. Any of us having the duplicitous mentality or we have mentality to rumor monger about others, criticize others, fault find about others, we have to make special effort to control the tongue. Reduce the talk. You don't have to talk too much. If you are talking also, better memorize shlokas loudly. Yeah, shloka memorization, correct now. Or better sing Vaishnava songs. If you say that, Oji, I have too much time, or I don't know what to do, better you sing Vaishnava songs and read the meanings and better sing shlokas. Because if you don't do that, definitely you will say, hey, he's like that, he's like that. Like that you will be talking. Correct, na? That kind of thing. So better practice silence, speak truthfully and avoid useless talk. Then, simplicity. Avoid duplicity in dealing. Two famous examples are mantra and Shakuni. Mantra in Ramayana and Shakuni in but the duplicitous in dealing. Cheating. Making always hatching plots to trouble others. Mantra spoiled the Kaikeyi's good mindset. And Shakuni spoiled the good mindset of Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana. Spoiled. So in this way you will see that the duplicity means saying one thing, doing another thing, or kutinati. Actually, such people can never be peaceful in mind, those who do this. We have to, you can see small children, how innocent they are. Like one phone call came, a father told the small boy, hey, tell him Papa is not there at home, tell him. And the boy said, Papa bol rahe hain ki ghar mein nahi hai. Children are very innocent, you see. So father was surprised, this fellow told the truth. Yeah. Self-control, self-control is the 4 regulative principles. If you do, that is self-control. If you avoid meat eating, it is mercy. If you avoid intoxication, it is austerity. If you avoid speaking lies and gambling, it is truthfulness. If you avoid illicit sex, it is cleanliness. So then your mind will be easily controlled if you follow these regulative principles. Self-control. And sanctification means treat every woman like a mother, which is matravad paradareshu. Treat others respectfully as you want to be treated. See, externally you will say somebody may be fair, somebody is black, somebody is tall, somebody is short, somebody is rich, somebody is poor. And everybody's face cut is different. Externally everybody is different. And also different bodies also, you see, 8.4 million species we see. But inside the body, the soul has feelings. And with respect to feeling, everybody is the same. Huh? You will see that. Nobody likes to be rashly treated, harshly treated. And nobody likes to be insulted. And nobody likes to be criticized. Huh? People say that don't criticize. Tell me if you find some fault with me, tell me, I am ready to rectify. But don't talk about me ill to other people. People say like that. So you will see that irrespective of caste, creed, color, nationality, gender, in this world, all people inside are same. Because the soul is similar in quality. The soul has feelings. Just as you have your feelings, which are important for you, others have their feelings also. So if you can be sensitive to the feelings of others, then you are called as an empathic person. Empathy means you can understand others' feelings. Yeah. so so these are called 5 S's for calming the mind. The shloka is given in the top. All of you repeat. Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava samshuddhirityeta tapo manasamuchyate. So mana prasadaha means satisfaction. Saumyatvam means simplicity. Maunam is silence. See, Maunam, you may say, Prabhu, Maunam should be used for the kaya, the bodily austerity. Why is it used for the mind austerity? Because mouth cannot speak unless mind is active. Mind only makes the mouth speak. Therefore, the Maunam is given for the mind. Hmm. Yeah, Maunam. And then Atma Vinigraha is self-control. And Bhava Samshuddhi is sanctification. So in the 3 type of austerities, Krishna says body, mind and words. This is for the mind. If you do these 5 S's, one can easily bring the mind to a ground state. Then you can focus on your work, good work, what you want to do. So one has to make an effort to cultivate this. 5. So therefore, self-awareness, self-management. Social awareness, relationship management. So in self-awareness, you see, you are aware of your own emotions and you correctly assess, accurately assess yourself. And then you get self-confidence. For example, what is accurate assessment of oneself? Right now I am not in a pleasant mood about that particular devotee. I will not go and talk to him anything now. If I go to him to argue with him now, our relationship will become more worse. Let the time heal over. Maybe after 1 month we can talk, or I'll take help from my senior. That is accurate self-assessment. Yeah, is it the right time that I should talk to somebody because my emotional state is not proper, so I should not talk. That's accurate self-assessment. And also, self-awareness gives you self-confidence. For example, you go to college and your friends are teasing you. Hey, we all have girlfriends. You have no girlfriend. So you feel, my Lord, I am the only one left out. It's called a FOMO. Fear of missing out something in life. So, and then you think deeply about yourself. Okay, these fellows who are having girlfriend, they are getting into so much trouble. They're spending so much money. So much money they're spending on the girls. And parents also don't allow them to marry also. And the girl also may kick their on their face and go with another boy. And emotionally they are turned down. So much money is lost and emotionally broken down. And parents are unhappy. Academics are ruined. So what have they gained? And then you make a accurate self-assessment. I am protected and saved in good association. When Bhagavatam says follow the 4 regulative principles, I am following. Prabhupada taught it so nicely, and all good boys of good character are following, and I am living in the company of those boys. So I have nothing to lament. At the right age, when one has to marry, one can marry. And one should not ruin academics, one should not ruin good health, one should not ruin one's wealth. So then your self-confidence comes. So therefore, one should be a thinking devotee. If you are not thinking, you will come to us and say, pick up the bag and say, Prabhuji, my friends are saying like this, I am pushing off. I will also be like them. So one gets degraded. This happened to some boys. Therefore, be correctly self-aware. And self-management, self-control, transparency, adaptability, achievement, initiative, all these things are different tools in that. Similarly, aware of others with whom you are living, empathy, feeling empathy for them. Like for example, you came back from the college and you asked some devotee, Prabhuji, प्रसाद है क्या किचन में? You asked him. And he said, किसको पता? हाँ? Like that he is saying. तुम खुद देख लो ना. You go and see. Like that he says. And then you're wondering, Hare, he is burning like fire. What kind of, he is not respecting me. You become angry. But then you ask some other devotee, Prabhuji ka mood ठीक नहीं लगता है. Why he is so upset? He says, Prabhuji failed in 4 papers. He got ear down. So now you feel sympathy for him. Oh, therefore he is not speaking properly. Correct, no? So then you feel empathic. Then you go to the devotee and give a pat and say, don't worry, Prabhuji. You will finish it in 1 semester. Very easily. And I can connect you to some seniors who can help you with the notes. So therefore social awareness means understanding the mind of other devotees. Actually, if you don't understand your own mind only, how will you understand others? Correct, no? So we have to begin with ourselves. So we have to understand our mindset. What are my shortcomings? Like for example, somebody is scolding you that you are lazy. If you already know you are lazy, you won't be angry. Correct now? Correct now? And you have to ask, Prabhuji, how did you exactly correctly find out? I am already working on it, Prabhuji. I am a little lazy. I am a little lazy person only. You correctly said. I think you will help me to come out of my laziness. Then the devotee can offer you help. Correct, no? But if you don't know you are lazy, somebody calls you lazy. Hey, kya bola? You become angry. Correct, no? That's why self-awareness and social awareness. You see, relationship management, inspiration, influence, developing others. Developing others is a very big job it is. First of all, you need to know how is the meaning of developing others. For example, I have many juniors with me. I know which are the strengths of which juniors. Which temple can I send them? Which temple I should not send them. Because you should not bring 2 fellows which will cause a big explosion. Correct, no? So we should know whom to put under where. And so these are things I also do in developing how to grow this person, in which field he can grow. So that is, if you are aware of people's situation, then only you can think of those things. Developing other people, influencing others positively, resolving conflicts between people, working together in a team. Teamwork actually requires social awareness, because if you know about each one's capabilities and each one's shortcomings, then you can give them what they can do successfully and feel confidence, and then bring overall success to the team also. Correct, no? If you don't know about other people, how are you going to, give them the right kind of thing? Imagine, for example, somebody is weak in something, you give some work in that field, and then he fails and you make him lose his confidence. Then team also suffers and individual also suffers. So every individual should be able to succeed individually and then bring success to the company also. Teamwork. And then collaboration. Yeah, collaboration also requires social awareness. Self-awareness, social, both are required. Going to some place and meeting people and collaborating with them, and or in your own place also, if you have to collaboratively work on getting the people and everything, collaboration requires a cool mindset, knowing oneself and knowing others. So in one slide you get many things in this, right now. Yeah. See this one. First one is self-awareness, then self-improvement, and then spiritual awakening and development of higher consciousness, and then you come to the natural dharma. Yeah. That means, I will not go deeply into this. This may take time, but we will go to another thing now. So because I am talking on the topic of respect, which is the greatest attitude in the spiritual world. What is the meaning of respect? Read it.
To consider something worthy of regard. Remind the value, how the life would be without it.
For example, if you respect a devotee, in your heart you think about, oh, if I don't have the GGT voice, I don't have all these devotees, my life would be hellish. I don't know how will I survive in the outside world. The whole world is going in a heavy current leading to nasty habits. So then you feel gratitude. Only if you think about, if I miss this, how much I will miss, then only you can develop gratitude. I read further.
accepting that other people are different, but just as important as we feel we are.
Yeah. So other people are different. For example, you have boys coming from different places speaking different language. Huh? There are boys coming from different economic brackets also. Correct, no? Some come from very rich family, some come from poor family. Sometimes such people have different requirements also sometimes. Huh? For example, somebody comes from a rich family, he is using some extra, blankets or extra things. You will see that. Individually, if you see some boys, because sometimes we feel that, hey, why are you using that? Huh? I never use this, you may say that. But he comes from a family which he is used to that, correct, no? So one of the things is not interfere with others too much in their personal things. Huh? Hey, you are using that soap? I use a simple soap. See, look at you. Huh? So then we boast that I am great and you are small. That creates clashes. That's why he says that the people are all different, but just as, but we have to treat them, giving them importance, because if we are going to focus on differences, the problems are going to increase. If you focus on commonality, the friendship is going to increase. Hmm. This already I told you. Outside everyone is different, but inside everyone has the same type of feelings. Yeah. So if you respect the others' differences, then they will respect you also. Hmm. See the difference between the modern way of life and the Vedic culture. If you see, for example, they say boot the computer. They say, you've seen that? Burn the CD. They say, capture the client, kill the lights. They use words like this. All these words are exploitative words. One time, His Holiness Ranath Maharaj was performing a yajna. So one brahmachari was telling, hey, throw the sticks into the fire. He said, Maharaj said, shh, what are you saying? You say, feed the sticks. You should say, feed the samit into the fire. Why? Because the yajna kund is mouth of Vishnu and the fire is the tongue of Vishnu. You don't throw food into mouth. Hey, throw one laddu into his mouth. You don't say that. Is it a basketball thing? You throw the ball into this thing? Yeah. Hey, please give some prasad to that Prabhu. You say like that. You don't say throw it into the mouth. So, and then calling elders or superiors by first name. And that is modern culture. People just call them by name with no proper address. On the other hand, uh, when we are addressing, for example, in India, traditionally, the woman won't tell their husband's name. You have seen that? They will say, my mister, they will say like that. They will not even take the name. They feel that if I take the name, my husband's ayush will reduce. They will not take the name. But now people take the name very casually. Yeah. Similarly, when we call other devotees, call them as Prabhu. Why? Because when you say Prabhu, you think in the mind that he is superior to me. He is my master. You can't call someone a Prabhu and insult them. Hey, Prabhu, what a fool you are, if you say. You can't say that. Yeah. Because you're calling them Prabhu, but you are disrespecting them. Like Prabhupada was telling, Gurudas Prabhu, he was saying, yeah, if somebody says, hey Prabhu, bring my shoes, then you are not treating them like your master. How can you ask someone to catch your shoe and bring? Papa told the devotee, so when you say Prabhu, understand they are your master. Yeah. And also the modern culture is like use and throw culture. Uh, they they don't care for the people's lives. They are more oriented towards making money for the company, bringing success to the company. Many companies are laying off like uh, uh, 20,000, 30,000. Even companies like Amazon, Google. Actually, these companies made a big money at one time, gave also big money to people. But then later on, when some recession came, they just laid off and did not make any kind of stopgap arrangement for the people to survive for some time. Ideally speaking, when company is making a lot of profits, they should save money and keep it and not lavishly spend. And then when there is a time of crisis, they should give hope and confidence to their employees and say that we will not let you down. Wait for some time till recession. Now the salary is going to be less for you. When recession is over, you will again get good salary because you are all like our children. You have done so much work last so many years. One should think like that. But companies don't think like that. When money is there, just enjoy. When money is not there, throw out. Use and throw, even after they use them for 10 to 20 years or so, like that. So that's modern culture. But Vedic culture always means, you will see that, for example, you are wearing a banyan, and the banyan gets torn. In India, people will never throw the banyan. You've seen that? After it is torn, they will use it for cleaning the punching here, there, until it is thoroughly finished. Yes. Yeah. Even the paste also, you will see when people use, squeeze it till the last day. They will not leave anything. Make sure nothing is inside. Is it not true? Huh? So yeah, that is Indian culture actually. Huh? They don't waste anything. Huh? So for some purpose they will. So now why respect? Huh? You all know the attitude of the spiritual world. You have studied in the third canto, 15th chapter, isn't it? How the cuckoos and the peacocks and the, you know, uh, how the peacocks and the parrots and the cuckoos, they're all royal singing birds. But how they respect whom? Bumblebee. Huh? Because bumblebee is coming from Lord Narayana. They want to hear glories of the Lord. So in spiritual world, even greater beings respect smaller beings. That is the nature of spiritual world. Just like all the fragrant flower-bearing plants, they are like Madhavi flower, Nagakeshara, and Bakula, and Parijata, and Kamal. All of them flowers, fragrant flowers, but they are bowing down to Tulsi Maharani. Although Tulsi has no fruit, no great fruit, no great flower, fragrance is there, but not so much like the others. But they are bowing down because they know Tulsi is very dear to Lord, Supreme Lord. So that's what he's saying, attitude of the spiritual world. So developing respect is an attitude of journey from I to I plus God, then small I plus God, and then God, isn't it? God becomes all important for you. That means you are really growing in spiritual life. Yeah. This is one sentence which my Guru Maharaj said. Great souls see greatness even in small people and smallness in themselves. And small souls see, smallness in even great people also. And they consider themselves great. Like Hiranyakashipu or Kamsa and all. Kamsa was criticizing Ugrasena, who is such an elderly personality. He called him Ugrasenam Staviram Rajya Kamukam, he's saying. He's saying this Ugrasena is a oldie, still he want to be on the throne. I will throw him out, I'll finish him, and I will sit on his throne. He's telling about his own father only like this. How horrible it is. No respect at all. So because he is thinking, I am great. He says, I will finish Ugrasena, I will finish Krishna, I will finish Balaram, and the world will be Nishkantakam, he says. The world will be free from thorns. Then I can become the king. Very boastful. Yeah. Recognize our dependence on Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas. And remember the value in life. That is respect, actually. Actually, if you are arrogant and proud, we cannot feel dependence on anybody. In fact, we may think that others are dependent on me. I am a great gift to this world. We may think like that. Yeah. But when you are humble, you think I am a useless fellow. I am troubling so many devotees. Still, they are keeping me. It is their mercy that they are allowing me to stay here. When I open my mouth, I criticize so many people. And when I do the activities, I cause nuisance to so many people. But still, I am accommodated here despite my shortcomings. That is a humble devotee. So, otherwise, one is very proud. One doesn't feel dependence. Vaishnava culture means culture of dependence on Hari Guru Vaishnava's dependence for learning knowledge, dependence for their mercy and blessings. And prerequisite for obedience and love is respect. Everything in spiritual life blossoms beginning with respect. If you have respect, the respect inside your heart comes out as obedience outside. If respect is not there, how will you show obedience? Once His Holiness Romapad Maharaj was telling, he went to one temple. Somebody folded palm said, Vancha Kalp Maharaj? Like that somebody said. Maharaj said, what is this new obeisances? I never knew. You are just moving the hand from here to here, that's all. You know, you are not you're supposed to bow down, because there is no respect here. You are taking that person for granted, then there's no obedience, you see. And get blessings, yeah. Lord Rama to his parents, Lord Rama, what he told his parents, when Kaikeyi told him to go to forest, he told Kaikeyi that, oh mother, why is father crying like this? Instead of telling the father, he could have directly told me. And the Ram said, I have nothing to attain in my life except seeing both of you happy with me. I can go to forest for whole life. Why only 14 years? Because I only exist only to please both of you. You are your mother, his father. If you are pleased with me, I am ready to do anything for you. So, and order me. You can directly order me. I am your son. Not that only father has to tell me. Actually, Rama is not direct son of Kaikeyi. He is son of Kaushalya. But Kaikeyi used to love him very much. Similarly, Kaushalya used to love Bharat very much. Both the mothers had great affection for each other's children. So he says that, why did you make the father cry? You could have told me. And like that he says, see his respectful behavior. So he bowed down to them and touched their feet and then went to forest. Similarly, Arjuna also to teach us in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, you will see first he sent an arrow, correct, no? To the feet, below the chariot. He and Yudhishthira, all of them sent the arrows to bow down to Bhishma, Dronacharya, and all of them. When Duryodhana saw the arrow kissing the ground, he laughed and said, hey, look at this guy's first arrow only went to ground. And Dronacharya said, you fool, you don't know what is it. He's offering obeisances. The first arrow to the obeisances to teacher. Yeah. On the other hand, opposite example is Indra disrespecting Brihaspati, correct, no? And also Indra once gave the garland to that elephant, and the elephant trampled it below its feet. And then who became angry? Durvasa Muni. So these are two different instances. And the first instance is Brihaspati coming into the Sabha and Indra continuing to sit and not getting up and offering obeisances, correct, no? So in both the cases, it is disrespectful behavior and Indra lost his opulences. Which means if we are disrespectful, we lose all our opulences. Your tejas is diminished, your influence is diminished, you lose all your good pious credits. Ayush shriyam yasho dharmam lokana shishaye vacha hanti shreyam si sarvani pumso mahad atikramaha. Mahad atikrama means disrespectful behavior towards great souls. You lose your ayush, your lifespan. Ayushriyam, yasho, dharmam. You lose the blessings which you have received for many, many years from many souls. You lose blessings, you lose your lifespan, duration of life. And the religiosity, religious activities you have done, benefits of that. All these things we lose. So one has to be very careful. Yeah. Add longevity to objects and relations. Yeah, that happens by respect. And you get sweet relationship if you respect, correct, no? Yeah. Any devotee who is respectful has many, many friends. Any devotee is disrespectful, people will run away from the devotee. As soon as they see the devotee, they'll run away. They don't want relationship. They will say, dangerous. So, because he disrespects everybody. Okay, whom to respect? First, let us start with the objects. Don't kick a bucket like this. Don't slam doors. Prabhupada says these things in his letters, he says. Don't throw things. And one has to properly keep the things in their place. If you have to close the door, properly go near and close the door. Don't bang the door. Similarly, want to fold the chatai in the morning. Don't kick the chatai. Some people, like you go to put your dhoti in the cloth line. Somebody else has already put and the dhoti is dried. Like that, they crush it to the corner and they put their own dhoti. And the poor devotee will come next day and then take out dhoti will be full of wrinkles. He will say that, why this fellow did this. Ideally speaking, what you should do? Take it out and fold it and keep it or give it to the devotee. That's ideal behavior. So, disrespectful behavior means just crush it to the corner, isn't it? Yeah. So, in this way, properly folding blankets and clothes after use, cleaning regularly, that's also respect. Like, for example, you sat, after everybody finished prasad, the hall is already cleaned. You came and sat. Maybe you went to college and the period got over, you came back. In the middle of the day, you are eating. And then you're going, so what you should do? You should clean the place. Because already it was clean, but you made it unclean. So you have to throw water and clean the place. Not that you think somebody else will clean. Everybody thinks who will do it? Somebody else will do it. And ultimately nobody did it. You know that somebody nobody poem? Yeah. So, and then avoid use and throw culture. with objects also. And actually, even though we are using objects, we should not use them in an inefficient way by which the objects may, their period may get over in a shorter time. Like, for example, if you're driving a Maruti, if you drive it at 120, 125 regularly, it's finished, correct, no? Yeah. Spoiled the car sometimes. Ideally, you should go in 80, correct, no? It's an economic speed, which means the maximum fuel will be utilized well in that speed. But we have seen sometimes people, when they use others' vehicles, they use it very rashly. They know anyway, it's not my vehicle anyway. Huh? Wise bike also, huh? Yeah. So one has to use it properly. When people have to spend from their pocket for their own, they'll be very careful. Correct, no? So that's what he's saying. Yeah. Yeah. There is a Ayudha Puja, you know that? We do in Vedic culture. Ayudha Puja. Like you get a new car, there's a puja. So they're worshipping even instruments in our culture, because ultimately the instrument should be used in whose service? Krishna service. That is how they become spiritualized. Yeah. Similarly, you are taking a home, there is a Griha Pravesh. First Lord Vishnu is invited and then you come. So, valuing resources, respecting them if you touch with feet. If you touch something or someone with feet, you touch it to your head, correct, no? In this way, respecting objects, respecting animals. Of course, one should not kill the animals. At the same time, we may not be killing animals, but we have to also know how they should be treated with respect. For example, a cow is superior to a dog or a tiger. Correct, no? Because cow is a sacred animal. All the demigods reside in the body. Backside, Lakshmi resides. So, Vedas talk a lot about cow. So one should know the sacredness of the cow. Unnecessarily, one should not harm the animals. Sometimes we have a evil propensity that, imagine if a dog is a little fearful dog, already the dog is putting his tail between the 2 feet, he's a little fearful. Then you like to take a stone and hit it. Kick, 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 he'll shout and he'll run. But when you see a bulldog showing teeth, like that, then you are afraid, correct? No? So the tendency is to somebody is a frightened dog, frighten it more. Correct? No? So that is disrespectful behavior, you see. Mm. Yeah. Similarly, being kind with animals, like sharing some prasad with them, water with them. Yeah. Like I remember one place, one crow was very thirsty, but there was a tap which was dripping. So the crow came and sat in the throat, trying to drink, but whenever it bends like this, by the time water is very little was dripping. So then I saw one devotee took one paper cup and filled it up with water and kept it, and the crow happily drank and went. So one should always think all these creatures are all Krishna's part and parcels. They deserve to be helped. That is respect for the animals and birds. So, yeah, should pray before eating. Remember the Supreme Lord before eating. Generally speaking, in ISKCON temples, typically, Mahaprasade Govinde, like that they would sing before. Gradually, over a period of time, people then, as they become senior devotees, they chant on their own. There is no common prayer. And after some time, the chanting on own also stops. Mahaprasad ki jai, immediately. Of course, if you are very highly Krishna conscious, when you look at the food, immediately remember the Lord. But if you cannot remember the Lord, better chant a prayer. Yeah. We have to take prasad sitting in one place. That means, many of the students nowadays in universities, you can see they walk and eat. You've seen that they carry a plate and on phone also here. They put Bluetooth also. Talking also. So sit in one place and eat properly. Don't watch TV. You get distracted when you watch TV. Because, you don't know how much you ate. One day I saw, I was watching something in the computer and eating. And I don't know how much prasad I finished. It became double quantity. So then you realize later on, my Lord, how my stomach became so heavy? Because you got distracted by watching something. So one should pay attention and chew properly. Never throw food here and there. Never play with food. He's saying. Never display anger. Some people criticize sabji, the salt is not there, whatever. Che, what is sabji? If you say like that, sabji will go inside and trouble you, huh? Inside the belly. Don't criticize prasad. You should praise prasad. Lord Chaitanya is praising. What is that prayer? Yesha Krishna aswadilo heno shak aswadane Krishna prema aise mane sei preme koro aswadana jada buddhi parihari prasada bhojana kori hari hari bala sarvajana. So he's praising prasad. Huh? He's saying, Yesha Krishna Aswadilo. This sak is definitely tasted by Krishna, he's saying. Otherwise, it can't be so delicious. And all of you devotees, eat this sak prasad today, and he says, and while eating the sak, delightfully chant Hari Hari, remembering Lord Krishna in your hearts. Like that Mahaprabhu is saying. So praise the prasad and eat it. Then it will also influence you positively in your consciousness. Praise it. Huh? If you can't praise it, in case it is not so good, keep quiet. Huh? Yeah. Never display anger. Yeah. Not waste food unnecessarily. In some temples, I see there is one person standing near the dustbin sometimes. Anybody who brings a plate with balance will say, hey, कुछ नहीं छोड़ने का. Huh? You cannot live in the पूरा खाना मेरे सामने खाना पड़ेगा आपको. People say, नहीं पेट भर गया, नहीं चाहिए. You have to eat. Prasadam is Krishna. Huh? You cannot throw it. There are some people who are determined to make sure everybody completes their plate. You've seen that? Huh? It becomes difficult for people because in the beginning only people load more in their plate, thinking that it may get over. Huh? So what do? Then later on I told that person, but you don't force the devotees, give them some carry bag or something. They can put inside and give it to some dog or beggar or somebody like that. But the idea is one should not unnecessarily waste prasad. And picture of sitting and eating, praying, not wasting food. Okay. Time. Ayusha kshanaya kopi nalabhya svarna kotibhi. Don't waste your time also. Respecting time means avyartha kalatvam. Correct, no? Yeah. See, not only you should respect your time, you should respect others' time also. How do you respect others' time? By being punctual. For example, imagine you announce classes at 8, if you say, and people come at 8:30, whatever number of people are there, multiplied by that much amount of time we have wasted. Correct, no? Actually, we had an experience in our college days, they had one time management seminar. Huh? So the seminar was supposed to start at 4, and that fellow came at 4:10 himself. So all of us were whispering amongst ourselves, this fellow is going to teach us time management. Just see, and he himself is coming 10 minutes late and everything. So in the middle of the lecture, he told us, how many of you are upset with me when I came at 4:10? He asked. And all of us raised hand naturally. Then he said, see that 10 minutes multiplied by 300 of you. How much it is? That means 3,000 minutes are wasted by me. And this is also a part of my seminar to teach you how we should not come late. I said, by coming late, he taught us what not to do. And then he asked, what did you do in those 10 minutes? Many of them said we were chatting with our friends. Some of them said we just lying down on the table, or some of them said we were just walking here and there, seeing here and there. And then he said, in case others are wasting your time, make sure you have something constructive to do. Keep something with you. If somebody is telling you to wait, you should not waste your time. You should fruitfully use it. And make a to-do list, plans, learn, serve, develop relation, devote solid time for spiritual practice. See, basically, those who are very good time planners can accomplish a lot of work. Lot of work. So there are 4 D's you can remember. Decide, do, delegate, delete. You remember this 4? Decide. See, when you can decide, when you have adequate margin. For example, next month I want some poster to be made for my Krishna Rasayanam program. I tell you now only. If I request you, can you please make a poster and give? I'll give a crude PPT to you. From that, you make a poster for me. If I want it next month, how many of you will be ready? Nobody will be ready? If you want a poster to be done for me next month, if I ask you to do it, how many can do it? All will do it, right? Okay, now if I want it next week, how many of you think it's little difficult? So how many of you will be ready for next week to do it? Okay. Now the number is little less, you see. I want it today night only. How many of you will be able to do it? Only one or two. That means you will be able to delegate work only if you plan ahead of time. Huh? Therefore, people who are planning ahead are Satoguna. Huh? That is quadrant 2. Quadrant 2 is not urgent but important. Huh? So they only can decide. You can decide on things. And also, you should not demand people last minute and push them also, give them tension unnecessarily. But some or other, some people's thinking mindset is like that. Always last minute only. Everything. Similarly, if somebody gives you a task, you should not do, I'm doing until the whole thing collapses, then you do it after that. Correct, no? So I'm saying, for example, I want a soap. I'm giving. And then 3 days I left, and 2 days I left, 1 day, and you're in bathroom. Already a past tool, there is no soap now. Soap, soap, you shout. Then they're saying, I'm purchasing, I'm bringing now. You understand, no? So, decide means well on time. Decide, do, delegate, and delegation also is easy if you think ahead of time, correct or not? When can you delegate to others? Only when you tell them ahead of time. So respecting your time and others' time. How do you respect humans? By good manners, saying them, thank you, Prabhu. Can you please do this, Prabhu? For me. You don't order people, you request them. Actually, sometimes I'm thinking I will conduct one class exclusively on writing an email to people in different situations. That class will be good, I think, because how to reply to the mails. For some people, when I send a reply mail with a lot of attachments, everything, they don't even say thank you. They ask a question and then there is no reply back. It's like a stone dropped on a well. Then I meet them out there. Prabhu, did you get my reply? Oh yes, Prabhu, I have seen it. But I don't know whether it went to spam or you got it. Isn't it? Yeah. Because some people have, the culture of replying properly, correct, no? So you learn to understand that you will always not get what you want, correct, no? While dealing with humans. So we need therefore tolerance, patience while dealing with them. Like our Shastras say, Atiti Devo Bhava, Matra Devo, Pitru Devo. Respect for, actually you should treat Atiti like God. You should treat mother like God. You should treat father like God. You should treat Guru like God. Then you wonder, hey, everybody should be treated like God. Yes, because everybody is ultimately part and parcel of Krishna. So then if you, God is the person whom you adore the most, and then if you can treat others respectfully, then God becomes very pleased because they all are connected to Him. Yeah. Be sensitive with neighbors. Like imagine neighbor is coming and battering the door. आप लोग आवाज कर रहे हैं. Then this boy opens the door and said, क्या आवाज कर रहे हैं? हम संकीर्तन कर रहे हैं. समझ नहीं आ रहा है? ये कलयुग चल रहा है अभी. हम क्या सिनेमा का गाना गा रहे हैं क्या? If you ask like that, and that fellow don't know what is Sankirtan also, he doesn't know. So later on I asked this boy, why did you shout at the neighbor? Neighbor is complaining. He said, वो भी चिल्लाया पहले, इसलिए मैंने चिल्लाया. See, if you behave like that, then the neighbor will make sure you cannot live in that place. Correct, no? If he is shouting, put sweetness in his mouth and pacify him. So that's what he's saying, being sensitive to the neighbors. Share prasad with them, be helpful to them, develop good relations with them. Therefore, you should always have one mild devotee to cultivate the neighbors. One mild nature devotee. Yeah, and dealing with friends, respect the differences. Don't expect your friend to be exactly like you. They can't be in everything. Actually, there are two devotees. They were saying, "Oh, we are exactly same. We studied in the same school, studied in the same college. We got a degree in the same department, and we both joined the ashram also at the same time. And we have locker next to each other. Prabhu, we are same in all respects." They were saying. And then after joining temple, he saw that this fellow likes chapati sabji, he likes rice dal. He said, "Hey, how can you eat rice dal? Chapati khana padega aapko." Why? Because you are my friend. Can you say that? So that is his personal preference. He may take more chapati, he may take more rice. So don't try to clone your friends to be like you. Never boast about yourself. But instead of boasting about yourself, you appreciate others and be kind in dealings. This is a right conduct, right behavior. Like Hanuman is praising all other Vanaras. He doesn't say, I am a great monkey. All other Vanaras are great, he's saying. Always share prasad, everything. Huh? Respect elders because they are Vayo Vriddha. Respect the wise people, they are Jnana Vriddha, isn't it? Respect the Bhaktas who are Bhakti Vriddha. And those who are holding positions, they are all leaders. So, Raja Maryada, we call it. Give them Raja Maryada. Like Sanatan Goswami respected Navabuzayan Shah because Navabuzayan Shah was holding the post of a king. He respected him. So we have some reason to respect others. Deal with humans properly. Treat parents and grandparents respectfully. Please repeat this verse. Deva Dvija Guru Prajnam Ojanam Shauchamarjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsa Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. Translation? Mike?
Austerity of the body consists in worship of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the spiritual master, and superiors like the father and mother, and in cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence.
Yeah. So, parents are elders. They have lived in the world for longer time than you, and they have begotten children, raised children, and undergone a lot of troubles in their life. So, for their maturity and experience, we have to respect them. Right now, they deserve respect. They may not know Krishna consciousness as much as you know. You may be knowing more shlokas, you may be knowing more Shastric study you have done, they have not done. But you can respect them for their age, for their worldly experience. So one has to be respectful to them. So Deva means Supreme Lord, Dvija means the Brahmins, the teachers, and the Guru is the spiritual master, and then the Prajna means superiors like parents. And all these people deserve to be respected. Yeah. And also, bodily austerity includes keeping our body clean by taking bath properly, and then wearing simple dress, and also brahmacharya, following brahmacharya, and ahimsa, not hurting any creatures by crushing the ants with the feet. One shouldn't do that. One shouldn't unnecessarily hurt others. In this way, these are austerities for the body. Yeah. Like here, if you see the picture of Vishwamitra lying and Ram Lakshmana massaging his feet, rendering seva, and following etiquettes by wishing them. And one should not imitate the teacher's behavior. And one should not call them by the name without properly giving His Holiness or His Grace. Actually, you will never see me writing anybody's initiated name without His Grace. In all my mails. Any of my mails, you can go through thousands of mails. Whenever I have never written anybody's name without Hajji. Hajji or Haj. So, but many a times we see people writing names of initiate names of devotees without Hajji. That's offensive actually. Similarly, when you are speaking any lecture also, you're taking any Maharaja's name, you should say Param Pujya or His Holiness, so and so Maharaj, you should say. And you should not just directly say some Maharaj, Krishnadas Maharaj, like that you cannot say like that. You should always say His Holiness or His Grace, like that you say. And then obey the instructions of the teachers, like Krishna Sudama obeyed Sandipani Muni, like that. And one should make actively effort to serve and satisfy and please the superiors and teachers. Then only you get the blessings. And one cannot take them for granted or take them casually. If you take them casually, you lose the mercy. Yeah. One has to genuinely make an effort to please them. Like we say, Yasya Prasadat, Yasya Aprasadat. Yeah, we have to see the Lord in all the objects. He is present in every atom, He is present in the heart of all living beings. We do pray to Him through our chanting japa and the aratis, but eventually these aratis and all these things can become routine without spiritual mental absorption. Unless one is very alert devotee. If a devotee is very conscious devotee, then they can absorb their mind well. But actually our respect for Him increases by knowing more about Krishna, by studying the scriptures. Because the more you study scriptures and know His instructions, then your absorption is also more. Therefore, we have regular classes. And also we have one full chapter on respecting sacred items, correct now? Handling sacred items and saintly people, how to deal with them, how to serve the Lord. You can see there are two sections. You can see this is third canto, 29th chapter, 28th verse. 3, 29, 28. Here you will see, Lord Kapila says, inanimate objects like dry grass. It begins with that. Then like living mobile entities. For example, your green grass is superior to your dry grass. Better than a green grass are movable objects like uh, better than grass and plants and trees are the animals like dogs and cats and other animals. And then there are greater and greater life symptoms, entities with greater life symptoms. Because some of the creatures have only the eyes, they don't have ears. Huh? Some of them have ears, they don't have proper eyes. They can't see properly. So if you read the purport of these verses, even the names are given also. Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, he says who is superior to who. You can go through this. But now my main point of showing this is, as you go in this gradation, the highest are like the teachers of the Vedic knowledge, the Brahmanas. And superior to Brahmana is Vaishnava ultimately. So we are living with people who are most respectable people. Even Lord respects them. And another section you can read is 5.5.21. You can read that. 5.5, where Rishabhadev talks about similar gradation of living entities. Where he says that, you know, Shiva he says, and then Brahma he says, and then he says, I am Supreme Lord. And then better than me are the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, like that he says. They are even worshipable by me, like that he says. So you can read the 5.5.21 onwards, a few verses there, you will read that. So therefore, to be a manager of Vaishnavas is not a very easy thing. Why? Because a manager has to have twofold outlook. One is he has deep respect for Vaishnavas. On the other hand, he has to catch them when they do wrong. Because the practicing Vaishnavas have a lot of deficiencies also. He should be able to correct them at the same time maintaining respect in the heart. How many of you think it's a little difficult? Correct, no? Yeah. Because when you correct a person, you think I am superior and they are inferior. And also you think he's gaya gujara kuch kaam karenge. That kind of thing you feel, useless for like that. On the other hand, imagine you have to respect them with the proper. Therefore, study of Shastra is very, very important. Deep respect if you have for somebody, and along with that, if you correct, then only you can avoid being offensive. Otherwise, many managers have committed offense and they have been thrown out. They have gone out of association because of they've fallen down because of offensive behavior. Similarly, Shastra say that if you are coming in the company of devotees, it's like dealing with fire, they are saying. Dealing with devotees is like dealing with fire. See, if you have a gas cylinder, it's an advantage. You can cook prasad and all. But gas cylinder can explode also. That's a danger with fire. One has to be careful. If you're going to carelessly handle gas cylinder, it can lead to accident. Same with devotees also. So, I was telling many things about humility and respect. Let us take some questions. Anybody? Give them mic.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, you said very nicely about the humility and then self-awareness and social awareness. And last, you were discussing about respect. So, my question is, respect will be easy when we are kind of strange. We come together for the first time, and then gradually we don't know each other's conditionings or their faults.
Yeah.
So basically, many times we come into voice and we know person's background, previous background, how he is. So even if he is trying to improve, we don't see any hope for improvement in other person, and he has a hope, but we don't see any hope in improving. Even if he is trying very much. So how to maintain respect? I mean, how to
and his improvement is between him and Krishna.
correct? Yes.
And
yes.
we are not concerned about that. Because, for example, like you go to a doctor is inside and outside there are 30, 40 people sitting in benches. One by one they are going inside. So when you go to a doctor, are you concerned about submitting your problem to the doctor and taking help? Or are you concerned about others' diseases? What do you think? For example, do you go around asking, "Aapka kya problem hai? Batao." Tumhara kya? No. Do you ask? You don't. Do you ever talk about it? Maybe if they are very close relatives, you may ask, "Aapko kya tabiyat theek nahi hai kya?" You may ask, but you don't ask everybody. Correct? No? Because even if you know also, we may not be in a position to cure it or help them. And the person inside doctor, he is expert. So guru is like that, or senior devotees are like that. So all of us are connected to senior devotees. So we have to take help from them, and then we can get cured. And every individual's case is case to case different, totally different. Somebody has small problem, somebody has big problem. What we should think, I only see his devotee side. As a devotee, he's a good person. He's coming for the morning program, he's chanting, he's dancing, he's preaching. He's a good devotee. And he has a problem. That is not my area. That is his spiritual guardian's area. Huh? Whoever is a spiritual guardian, that it is their problem between, it is between them for that portion to be cleansed. I don't have to worry. I see the sunny side of the person, brighter side of the person, because that is what is his Vaishnava side. We see the Vaishnava side and we can go on with life. Huh? And in case the seniors are unaware of his problem, then you can go to his counselor or senior and say that, Prabhu, when I was dealing with him, I found out this problem. Maybe you are aware. In case you are not aware, I thought I'll bring it to your notice. Otherwise, he's a very wonderful devotee, Prabhu. He is good in so many things. This one side I observed, I am just bringing it to your notice. Now, you are a spiritual guardian, you can handle it. Like that, we can say and we can leave it. And we can go on. And actually, the more you see the good side of devotees and learn to tap it and just ignore. In my travels also, I come across so many devotees. And there are devotees having certain wrong scripts also. And I never will correct. You will see in Pune only, I'll make a lot of noise. Trying to bring devotees to track. Other places, I will see, observe, and I know there are problems, but I will not tell, because unless we are hired, we should not give instruction. Even Lord Krishna also to Arjuna, he never gave instruction in the beginning. First one full chapter, Krishna went on hearing. Krishna said, "Oh, good, very good, go on. ये तुम्हारा problem, मेरा नहीं है. You want to handle it yourself. Why should I give you advice?" And then when he said, "Shishyasте aham charimam praman," then Krishna said, "Now abhi baito abhi. Abhi suna." Then he started the talk after that. Similarly, in my travel, some temple, there are people doing certain things and they think they are all right. But it is not my temple for me to go and correct them. I will never correct. I will observe and keep it with me. That's all. I know that I should not do this. But in case they come and open up their heart to me and say, "Prabhuji, aapse milna hai, thoda sujav lena hai," aapka, then also I will not tell them you have this problem. I will send articles to them. And articles, PPTs, lectures. Because they have to figure out their problem, learn it, and rectify. But if they come very close to me, and then they ask me that, "Prabhuji, I heard all the lectures you send me. Now this is my specific situation. Can you please suggest me?" Then only I'll give advice. Many people don't know my behavior. They think Radheshyam Prabhu is like this everywhere. They think like that. Nowhere I'll advise. But because Pune is a place where I am put, it's my service zone, Pune and Hyderabad. That is where I will, I'll be totally down to earth. I'll make sure that no nonsense can happen here. Huh? Yeah. Because it is put in my custody. I'm responsible for this. But other places, I'm not responsible. Somebody else is responsible. But I'm concerned about those places also because they are ultimately Prabhupada's temples. If they consult me, I will give suggestion. And in fact, recently I was going to one of the places, I told them, "See, I will give you suggestion, but I will not follow you up." I told them. Then because you asked me for suggestion, I gave you. Whether you do or not is whose problem? Your problem. And therefore people will like you very much. Prabhuji bahut achhe Prabhuji. No, he only gives suggestions, that's all. He doesn't give instruction. So then our mind is cool. Nothing to worry. And we can be friends with everybody. Wherever you go, everywhere you have friends. But on the contrary, some people go to some place. Then he will say, "आपका प्रसाद क्यों ऐसा है? इतना स्पाइसी खाते हैं आप लोग? आप लोग सुबह क्यों नहीं आते हैं?" That is all. Next time they'll never call you. अरे इधर आकर दोषारोपण करता है. बुलाओ मत उसको, भगा दो उसको. Correct, no? You go and you start picking faults with things there. Somebody, they never asked you what are the faults. Then if you find fault, then they will not like our association. They will say that he is too talkative. Better send him back. So therefore, we should know, what type of role I should play. Hmm. When you're living in a center like this, different devotees will have deficiencies, and they have good side, they have bad side. Now the problem is what? Their bad side is causing some problem in the management. Huh? And you are also living in the same place. Like some people, they don't keep the promise. They say they will do the service, they don't do it. And some people do the service slowly. They take too much time to do a small service also. And there are other people, as soon as the service comes, they will run away. They won't be available also. Huh? Yeah. Then there are some people, if you give them some service, they will cause some nuksan, some loss. They will break this down, break that down, or they will spend too much money on a small service unnecessarily. Some people don't know how to be, mature in. So what I would do, give service and observe the people over a period of some time, then note down and then know what not to give anybody, what to give anybody. So we have to know that, just as, imagine, for example, somebody has a polio attacked, handicapped brother. He cannot expect much from that brother, because at the most the brother will eat food and then do some little studies, but he can't do any physical work. Similarly, some devotees may look externally first class, but they have many psychological, deficiencies. So, like, sometimes you find a devotee very hefty and tall. Only thing is, he has skill but no will. You know, yeah. You may wonder, hey, this fellow can be taken to kitchen to, do the cooking, heavy duty cooking. He'll say, yes, he can do, but he won't do. Correct? There are people like that. On the other hand, you find one fellow, tiny fellow, he goes to kitchen, jumps up and down, and he'll be doing. Even though he may not have the bodily strength, he has the will. So we need devotees with will. And then we can teach the skills to them. But there are people with skill. It's like sometimes in village you see a big bull is sitting, not doing any plowing of the field. When somebody comes near, like that, it'll make sound also. You've seen bulls like that? It's a bull with strength, but no will to do. So farmers say that bull was not trained in young stage. Because when the bulls are small, we train them, even after growing very big also, they'll be moving, they will be doing plowing. They have to do everyday plowing, they will do it. But some devotees somehow spend years without getting training, and later on they may not have the will to do. So then what to do? Then you have to find out, Prabhu, what would you like to do? You don't like to do this. What would you like to do? Then you have to give him something what he may like to do. Correct now? So then we don't have to discourage the devotee, or we don't have to get put off ourselves. Okay, this is the best this fellow can do, and go on with that. And this is where our tolerance comes, our patience comes. Because the anarthas will not go away overnight. Yeah. Probably, you may get to see devotee 3, 4 to 5 years here in the center. They may go during the span of time. Anarthas will only go if devotee specifically works on it. If everybody, like for example, you have seen, if a ink pen makes a round, big ink spot here in my kurta, simply putting it in water and washing doesn't remove that. Even if you put super rin and all, surf and all will not work. You have to get some, vanish, or, something like a petrol or kerosene. That spot you have to, the stone or something, so much you have to do to remove it, make sure it is gone fully, correct, no? Similarly, anarthas don't go away very easily. And many people actually are casual about their anarthas also. They don't even know that they have it. First of all, we have to know that I have the anartha. Then I should seek help, and depending on other Vaishnavas, and hear some lectures, make some notes. Then what I would do in my life, I will try to work on my anarthas. And others, they can go at their own sweet pace, whatever pace they want to do. We leave it to them. Unless they are in my custody. If people in my custody taking guidance from me, I will tell them. If they come to me and ask me, Prabhuji, I am suffering from this, what to do? Many, many devotees have written to me mails, hundreds of mails. That's one of my main activity. I reply like 50, 60 mails a day, every day. So because they are seeking help, I give help. Those who don't seek help, I don't give help. Yeah. Because my experience is, even in those in my custody, if you chase after them for sadhana card also, you chase and you get tired. They will every time very poor sadhana card, they'll get 30%, 40%. Some of them are preparing to quit. They can't do anything for them. We are willing to help, but they are not taking help. Hmm. So we don't have to become frustrated. We can understand that this living entity is not so sincere. Uh, it's like a Latonga booth, we say, no? It requires little more kicks from Maya. Huh? Next life, he won't be like this. Next life, he'll be running because he learned some good lessons now. Everybody takes different, because we have to see every soul passing through a long journey of multiple lifespans. Correct, no? Millions of lives they have crossed there. And we also are crossing. And like there are people better than us in spiritual life. Huh? There are people inferior to us in the spiritual. But both types of people are there. But we have to live with all kinds of people around us. Therefore, we see the good side of the devotees and be respectful, and then mind our own business and go on. And then hand over the people with deficiency to their spiritual guardian. That makes things better. Is it all right? Anybody else? Yeah, well, here, the two hands up. Give them. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Very well.
Thank you very much, Proji. Proji, related to this self-management and social awareness, like sometimes we may lack in self-management, but we are good in social awareness and social management. So it affects our internal, like we feel sometimes we are alone. And when we are we are good in self-management, but we are not in social management, then others feels about us like he is alone.
Correct.
Then how to balance?
Actually, not all of us have both the talents. See, we have two talents. One is self-awareness, another one is social awareness. So, those who are self-aware, say honesty, truthfulness, integrity, punctuality, all these things are individual, personal qualities. We can check. And then self-awareness also includes interpersonal values also. How I deal with others. Is my dealing with others proper or not? That is also self-awareness only. And social awareness means knowing the climate of others' hearts. That is social awareness. So after we do some self-awareness, then we go to the social awareness, know about the other people. So in case I do self-awareness and I am little feeling bad about certain deficiencies in me, I feel bad. I feel very unhappy. So some boys feel that, Prabhuji, if I know my weaknesses, will it not make me feel inferiority? But if you see our Vaishnava songs and all, many acharyas are telling about their shortcomings, correct? No? It's not their shortcoming, they are portraying a conditioned soul. So knowing our weakness, it can only be discouraging if you don't have shelter of Krishna and Guru and Vaishnavas. But because we are living in very good association, Hari Guru Vaishnavas, so knowing our weakness is only going to help us to come out of it. So nobody is lonely in this world. Everybody, everybody has an individual super soul also. God has posted himself in your heart. He is present, and also Vaishnavas are present all around you. And then Srila Prabhupada Acharya has given all the books also. There are multiple gurus to guide us also. Many senior devotees. So in this way, knowing our deficiency and taking help and growing out of our deficiencies, that should be every individual's effort. And similarly, after that, you do social awareness, know the other people's mindset and nature, and like Dhritarashtra's mindset, Yudhishthira knew how to behave with him, he knew that. So, like Suniti, she knew the mindset of Uttanapan, and she also knew the mindset of Suruchi. That is social awareness. Correct, no? She told her son that, you see, actually, unnecessarily Suruchi scolded you better, but actually it is her problem with me. I am a co-wife. And therefore she naturally wants to keep king with her. And you got her, don't worry. Don't harbor any malice for her. So she knew the mindset of Suruchi as well as Uttanapad, but she didn't hate them. She behaved with them so gently. When she was going to forest to bring Dhruva back, Suniti welcomed Suruchi to sit in the same palanquin, which means she could clearly see the soul in the body of Suruchi is pure, but the mind covering the soul has some impurity, which is cleanable, washable. So she could see the pure soul and the Lord sitting by the side of the soul. So Suruchi had a very good vision. She never behaved erratically with Suruchi or with Uttanapad. So we can study Shastra and learn and make an effort in our lives also to do such social awareness of people with whom we work and try to behave as nicely as we can. Is it all right? You had a question, yeah, yes. Give the mic to him.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I saw that table. So it was displayed that the non-varnashram humans are better than human with two legs. So how is it?
Who's Varnashrama?
Non-varnashram humans are better than human with two legs.
Where is it?
Last second.
After the Brahman, humans and okay. No, actually it goes from the top like this. See, animals with 4 legs. Better than animals with 4 legs is humans with 2 legs. Correct, no? And better than humans with 2 legs is non-varnashrama humans, which means they are like those antyajas, those who are in the 5th, 6th category, like nishadas. They also follow something, but they don't follow the varnashrama properly. Therefore, they are called as non-varnashrama human beings. Actually, humans with 2 legs called dvipada pashu. There are people who live like animals. Better than humans who live like, they're called as a man, animal like man, we call it. They are human with 2 legs. But better than them, and then in that you will find amongst all the mass of people, there are people who are just below the varnashrama and they can actually go up eventually. Like for example, we can give example. Say Vidura was a Dasi Putra, for example, but he became a Parama Vaishnava, isn't it? So in the same manner, so non-varnashrama human beings are the lower category, and then humans and varnashrama are the 4 categories: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Now amongst them, the Brahmanas are the best. The Brahmanas also who knows Vedas is the best, because some Brahmanas don't know Vedas; they just say Swaha. That's all. Who knows Vedas best, and amongst those who know the Vedas, know the Vedas by recitation they do, but they don't know the meaning. One who knows the meaning is even more better. And not only that, a Brahmana who not only knows the meaning, some people know the meaning. If you tell a Sanskrit verse, they will tell the meaning. But when you ask challenging questions, they can't cut the doubts to pieces because they don't have the logic avenue. Those Brahmanas, like Prabhupada, is a tremendous logician. He will catch a person and cut his doubts to pieces. Like Prabhupada, have you ever seen anybody putting food here, putting food here, putting food here, like that he said. There's only one hole, there's only one way to Godhead, which is mouth. You put the food in the mouth. Chant Hare Krishna, go back to Godhead. So one devotee asked Prabhupada, but Swamiji, there is basti, basti, they give food from the buttocks. Backside, they put, certain oils, for a person who cannot eat food. For them, they put purpose. That is only in a diseased state, Prabhupada said. In a healthy state, nobody will give food done from the backside. Similarly, demigod worship is like a diseased state. That is like putting food from the buttocks or something like that. But in a healthy state, everybody eats through the mouth only. So Prabhupada's logic was impeccable logic. So Brahmana who can dispel doubts. Better than him is Brahman who also follows his duties. Not only one can dispel doubts, but he faithfully adheres to all the things. That means he applies what he teaches. And then better than him is a liberated jnani. And better than liberated jnani is a pure devotee. That's the highest, he says. In this way, Lord Kapila talks about the gradation. Same way you will talk about our Rishabhadev's 5:21 onwards, 2-3 verses. You can see that also. All right? So now we can conclude and we can have Mangalarti now, 8:30 now. Shri Prabhupada ki, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki.